In this lesson, Lan Chen is going to help demonstrate the importance of body posture and how body posture affects your performance while you are fencing. So what we're going to do is demonstrate the various forms of body posture and how it's going to impact everything. But let's first discuss exactly what body posture is and what it refers to. In this case, it's all-encompassing, so we're looking at the upper body, position of the shoulder, your head, arms, legs, and the on-guard, because all of it is going to impact how you are performing in your bouts. One isn't performing the proper function, it's going to impact how everything else is going to come in. And this is whether it's intentional, so you are just being lazy with your footwork, or you're leaning to one side, or unintentional, so you are injured, you're having a muscle spasm, you can't bend your legs. This will impact how you are able to affect actions. So, Lan Chen, I'm going to get you to stand on guard, and we're going to have a look at body posture. So I'll get you to come forward just a little bit. On guard. So first thing, and this has some bearing on previous lesson regarding foot positioning and how footwork functions. So right now, we're looking at a pretty reasonable on guard for our body posture with one minor issue. Right now, Lan Chen is leaning forward. He may not be able to feel it, but his opponent can certainly see it. That allows exploitation of the back as a target. We don't want that to be the case. So when Lan Chen's on guard, he wants to be more or less upright. He wants his shoulders in alignment. He wants his head facing forward. Okay? So we're going to look at a few ways in which this can change and impact your performance. So number one, his shoulder can come up. So if he lifts his shoulder, this tightens his neck, this tightens his back. This means when he's attacking, his arm's going to go up and to the side. It's not going to be very effective for an attack. You're also going to notice it pinches his neck. This means it's going to tilt or lean to one side or the other, meaning that his line of sight isn't going to be there. He's going to miss. So that leads us to the head. If he's on guard and he tilts his head, so it's either coming to this side or the outside, this is going to influence where his hand is going to go and where he moves. So again, you want to make sure that your head is upright. Shoulders down, head in alignment, not leaning to one side or the other. Now, for the torso, if I get him to lean forward like he started, this is going to put a lot of pressure, a lot of weight on his lead leg. So lifting that foot might be an issue. He's going to take smaller steps. He's going to get stuck. This is also going to present the back as a target. Conversely, if he returns back to the on-guard position, he's not going to want to lean back. If he's leaning back, and this is quite exaggerated, no offense, he's going to be this far back, but if he's leaning onto his back foot, when he initiates his attack, he's leaning away from the target. He's pulling away. He's not going to find it. You also don't want to fall and collapse. So these are all things that you are looking at. Now, let's move on and see how we can apply this. All right, so we're both on guard, and for the most part, we've got good posture. We're not leaning away. Our torsos aren't pushed forward. We're not holding our arms out. We're more or less balanced. So I'm going to demonstrate a few of the don'ts. Lan Chen is going to demonstrate the do's. So if I want to commit to a lunge, and I'm upright, this is where we start. That's fine. This is not attacking posture. So I'm standing in my on guard. My torso is upright. I extend. Fine. But now I lunge. I'm barely reaching the target. My torso is still upright. This is an issue. I'm robbing myself of a touch. So I'm going to recover back. Lan Chen, on the other hand, he's committing himself to this attack. So his shoulder is in alignment. So when he does his extension, he has that reach. So he extends and he lunges. You can see his shoulder is above his knee. You can recover from this position. It gives him optimal reach. If you're doing a lunge staying upright, your shoulder's above your hip, you cannot reach it. You adjust that and you put your shoulder over your knee, now you can find the target. This is important. So again, if you are attacking, your body posture is going to have to reflect the necessity of that attack. You cannot be leaning away or completely upright. You will pull away from the target. Now, what about legs? So if we're on guard, and we're going to lean forward from the back leg, like so. This is not so good. Lang Chen is going to stay in the proper posture though. I'm going to demonstrate the issue. Now, I'm going to retreat, he's going to advance. You can see my retreat is very limited because I'm pushing forward with the back leg. This means I'm always in a stopping position, whereas Lang Chen is more free to move. If I advance against him, he's going to be able to move more freely and escape me, because that back leg is not engaged in what's otherwise a good lunging position that can project you up. If your back leg is pushing you forward, you're not going to be able to retreat, and your advance is going to turn into a drag where your foot is not leaving the ground. Not something we want to look at. So if we return back to on guard again, let's look at the shoulder. So if I lift my shoulder, Lang Chen's shoulder is down, I'm going to try a parry. And the issue with a parry with my shoulder up is it's going to be very strong, up and down. I have the hazard of pushing into my leg, so I'm retreating, he attacks, and the parry is too big, it's too difficult, he lunges through it. No need to even disengage. Now, he has the proper on guard. I'm going to attack with my shoulder up. We're going to see how he's able to parry. So I'm advancing forward, I lunge, and he can parry. You can see that my shoulder being up is twisting, pulling me to the side, exposing my back where he's going to land his riposte. So again, shoulder is a no, you want to keep that down. Now, let's look at one more thing, and then we will be finished, and that's what your head is doing. So again, I'm going to do the don't, Lang Chen's going to do the do. So he's on guard, I'm on guard. I'm tilting my head to the side. This is not great because I'm leaning to the side. So if I'm advancing, my attack is pretty clear. Even if I want to attack direct, he's retreating, I lunge, and I'm going to the wrong side. Now he can riposte easily enough. Head tilting is going to lead where you go. Same thing with the retreat. Now Lang Chen is upright, his head is facing forward, it's not leaning to one side or the other. I'm leaning, I'm retreating, and he's going to lunge, and he misses, but I also don't find the parry because I'm leaning, I'm pulling my arm. So we're going to try this one more time, and this time Lang Chen is going to land the touch because it's going to start from the hand. So again, he's upright, head is facing forward, I'm leaning, and he's going to be able to see the time to attack. And he goes through. So how you comport yourself, how you move and carry yourself is very important in fencing. If your posture is incorrect in any way, it will drastically impact your ability to score touches or create opportunities to protect yourself. If you're leaning on one leg or straightening the other, if your shoulder's high, your torso is moving in the wrong direction, shoulder climbing, head tilting or leaning, these are all incorrect issues. Whether they are intentional or unintentional, you have to recognize them so you can adjust them. If you're moving and you feel like your head is drifted to the side, ideally you're going to be able to notice this and make the correction. You don't want your head one way or the other, you want it level. That way you have the point control and you can see precisely where you're going. You're not going to be off balance. Same thing for everything else. So what is good body posture? Starting in the on guard, here you are, you're perfectly balanced. You're retreating, this target can go forward, this target is behind. This way you're concealing your low line and your high line is protected by your blade. So as you're retreating, you are safe. If you are advancing and you're pulling your body here, this is only ideal if you are looking at doing counter time or setting up some sort of second intention. So you're leaning back and you're inviting a counter attack and you want to parry it and then you want to repose, or you want to see if they are going to try and attack in preparation. You would lean back, but this is intentional. If you are actually trying to attack, your shoulder is going to be aligned forward. You're not going to lean forward because that means your core is not activated. You're going to stay in that position, shoulder in alignment with your front knee, and when you're moving forward, when you lunge, you have that reach. You don't want to be back here. So again, everything is controlled and has its purpose.